Hey guys, welcome back to Sambo's Stop Mo's. Now in this video, the election is coming up just this next Tuesday, so if you're watching it past Tuesday, well, you probably missed the point. But anyways, so because of that, I thought it would be fun to make some election yard signs. And of course, none other than Trump 2020. Let's go. So, what I did to do this is I went on my Google Docs there, and I searched up Trump 2020, and a little picture came up like this one, and a little picture came up like that one, and I clicked on them both and put them on this piece of paper here, and I shrunk them down. I Googled the size for these, like the little yard signs, and I remember there's a certain person that puts up these big 4x8 sheets of plywood, or plastic, or 4x8 something, that says Trump sign on it, or Trump pence, Trump 2020, and maybe they're a little different, the saying, but I remember these, so I printed those out and scaled them down, and there's a little ruler on the side, and I just kind of, scaled it down. I was like, alright, what's 4 times 12, and then divided by 64, and so that's how we did that. So now we're ready to have some Trump yard signs. So the first step here to make your Trump 2020 yard sign is to cut it out. So we got an X-Acto knife here, and we're just going to do some cutting here. I thought that this would be a good project for this time of year, because I needed to make a video, and who doesn't like Trump? And if you do, well, that's, no, I'm just kidding. And, I thought that you don't usually see many yard signs on a farm display, so I thought that would be kind of something a little bit unique. So we're just kind of cutting this down. I don't know, I'm just cutting while I'm talking. So, these big ones, I'm going to have to make some sort of wooden base, and the little ones, I'm just going to put some wires on, and that's how we're going to rock and roll for this. So, I'm just going to get my scissors out here and do some little trimming. I think I'm going to leave... Actually, you know what? I got this paper cutter here that I used, if you remember back to when I was making those hay bales, and I actually got to chop it now, which is what you're supposed to use for them. Anyways, so, let's see, before we do that... Now I can actually use this for actual paper. It's actually my mom's. I just stole it from her, so she doesn't mind. Hope. Alright, we're going to line that up. That looks pretty good. Gonna line this guy. Let's line this one up. If you don't have this, just use your scissors. I think that if you just line everything up real nice, it'll work out. You can line up the edge with the edge of the plastic, and there's a little bit of a gap it leaves. Alright, yeah. Likey. This is actually way easier than what I thought, so... Yeah, let's trim a little bit more off of that one. That looks right there like we got our little sign there, and I might just play around with putting one on a barn and putting one on, do a little photo shoot. Fortunately, it's been raining, so probably won't take them outside this time. So I'm going to cut the rest of these out just for kicks and giggles, and then cut the little ones out. Alright, so with these little guys, they're a bit smaller. Don't really want to trim too much. I guess I'll just cut out the base and then go through with the scissors. Is probably the best action plan. I'm gonna take scissors. Anyways, you don't need to watch this. You know how to use scissors. So now that I have these little signs cut out, I think I'm gonna actually have two different sizes. One's a little long and one's a little shorter. So I'm gonna try using this one here. So I set that there. And I got a thin wire here that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to put it there. I think I can actually cut this kind of wire with one of these. So I'm just going to... Alright, that at least marks it. There we go. And then just cut another one the same size. So I have this craft glue here. I'm just going to unscrew. Whoa. And I'm just going to put a little dab Actually, what I'll probably do is put a squirt here, like so. And then I'm gonna take some of my glue, just spread it on the back, and then I'll lay the metal on there. Hopefully it holds good. In my experience, it usually does, so we'll see how it is this time. Ugh. Glue's kind of annoying sometimes. Alright, now I better get my tweezers here. I'll lay that guy there. Those guys are good. Now I have this piece of balsa wood here, used for something else. I'm gonna split it down the middle, if so possible. I'm gonna get that off eventually. Never did this before, probably not exactly the way you want to do it, but it works. So I'm gonna cut out another piece of paper here. We're gonna take some of this glue from before, I guess. Maybe I'll put a bigger glob and try doing some squeegee action. If you don't know what squeegee means, it's a fancy art term I learned in art class. So basically, you take your thing, you just go kind of like this. It spreads it out like for paint and stuff. I think a squeegee is actually a real thing though, so. Okay, now you got that down. We're gonna take our other glue. Get some applied. And glue that puppy on. Same thing at the top. Now I have seen some of these signs that have like these little post-it come out like that, and that goes up in the signs. But I decided I think I'm just gonna use some toothpicks because that'll just be easier. I don't really want to have this project take a really long time or need a lot of drying time, so I think this will be fine. It'll still look good. There we go. So there's two signs done. We're just gonna let them dry, and I'll stick them in a display. So what's next is we're gonna put our sign right in here, and I think I covered up my tweet. Nope, I did not. All right, so I got my sign here. I don't know how dry this glue is, honestly. There we go. There's the sign in, and I'll get you a different camera angle. Now to install this Trump sign, I decided this display. I'm gonna set it right there. I'm gonna make a mark right here. Hopefully right there will do it. And I'll set it in. A little off. Guess it's good if these holes are nice and big. There we go. Alrighty. And there you go. There is the Trump sign, the big 4x8 one. Here it is with a little man. Got the big Case tractor there. So I think he's got it going on. So I really like this one too. It's nice and small. pretty realistic. So I think I might try to take them outside, get a nice picture quick. So that's about it for Sambo Stop Mo's today, and making these little yard signs. If you're watching this and you enjoy the video, make sure to like it, and if you're not already, think about hitting that big old subscribe button down there. And I'm Sam. Thanks for stopping by.